Good afternoon, everybody. Ross Bridgeford here, author of the Hay House book, The Alkaline Reset Cleanse, and I'm back again with you today to teach you how you can double or even triple your energy in the next 48 hours. So many people are living with fatigue. They're waking up tired, and it affects every area of your life. Every area of your life is impacted when you're living with fatigue, when you're waking up tired, when you're getting through the day and getting those mid-morning and mid-afternoon slumps, when you're falling asleep in front of the sofa. If this resonates with any of you, you're going to find today very interesting. Now, most people go about tackling their fatigue in the wrong ways, you know. They go to caffeine, they go to sugary foods, they go to more sleep. Even more sleep is not the solution here. Fatigue is a symptom of an imbalance in your body. When you have got imbalances in your digestive system, in your endocrine system, in your liver and kidneys, this is where fatigue will be coming from. This is where fatigue manifests. We have to address the imbalance. This is why doing a cleanse, following a cleanse like the Alkaline Reset Cleanse can work so well for fatigue and get you so energized. And today I want to share with you just a couple of little common, really common but simple examples of how fatigue can manifest and get a foothold in your body and start to impact you on a day-to-day basis, and then shift gears into a couple of really simple solutions that you can start using now that don't cost money, that are free, easy, quick, and that will start getting your results immediately. It's so awesome to see so many comments coming through already. Jan and Mari, Jessica, Tash, and Shona, Adriana from San Diego. That's so awesome. So lovely to have you all here live with me today. And of course, a massive thanks to Hay House. Give some thumbs up, you guys, if you love Hay House. Now, fatigue, this is coming from a state of imbalance in the body. It's why I focus on balance so much in the Alkaline Reset Cleanse. I see health as balance. Your body is working tirelessly to create balance in your body day in, day out. You know, we often think of regulating our body temperature, but there's thousands of other balances that are occurring in your body throughout the day. Your alkaline pH balance being perhaps one of the most important, that sits right at the top of the tree. We have to help our body and support our body, and that's what diet should be all about. Diet isn't going on a diet. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the foods we're using to nourish our body and nourish our soul, okay? Your body needs your support. It needs your help, okay? Your only job is to give your body the tools it needs. And by tools, I mean foods, I mean nourishment, I mean positive emotion, all of these things that are going to allow your body to do its work. Listen, your body is amazing. You've already got all of that energy in you right now that you could possibly need to achieve everything you want to achieve in life. That energy is already within you. But for most of us, it's getting used up day in, day out, just rebalancing, just managing the internal stress that the diet has created for most of us. When we're talking about fatigue, there's three key areas that so often lead to a state where, like I said, you're waking up tired, thinking about, oh, how many hours is it before I get back to bed? That was certainly me 15 years ago. You know, I'd wake up and my first thought would be, I'm so tired. How long until I can get back into bed? We need to stop that. Number one, the very first area we need to address is your digestive system. And I'm not going to go crazy deep on every area of your digestive system today. I do have a free webinar tomorrow, exactly this time tomorrow, midday, where I'm going to go deep on all of this, okay? We're going to be going deep on how to rebalance all of the key areas of your body to lift your energy and get 2019 kick-started so that 2019 can be the year that you reach your biggest health goals and thrive, okay? Today, we're going to get into just these three key areas that can solve your fatigue problem straight away so that when you turn up tomorrow, you're feeling awesome. The first area being your digestive system. Now, there's two issues that can occur in your digestive system. Number one, which is so common, is a candida overgrowth, okay? When candida is growing and developing and rapidly multiplying in your system each day, and this is for so many people, okay? You don't need to have a topical expression of candida. You don't need to be diagnosed with a candida overgrowth to know if you're eating any level of sugar or gluten or processed foods that there is a candida issue in your body. When there's candida clogging up your digestive system, it's going to be very, very hard for your body to keep rebalancing. Again, it comes back to that balance, rebalancing your gut flora. When your gut flora is out of whack, this is one of the knock-on effects to your liver, your kidneys, your lymphatic system that can cause fatigue day in, day out. The solution to Candida is very, very simple. We're going to get onto that in about 3 minutes. The other problem here with your digestive system is when you are consuming these very strongly acid-forming foods, things like sugar, processed foods, processed meats, packaged foods full of preservatives and additives and artificial sweeteners and flavorings and these types of things. When you're consuming junk foods, pizzas and chips and alcohol and these types of foods, it's bringing the pH of your digestive system to a level where your body simply cannot digest and prepare the food properly. You know, your stomach isn't just a big pool of acid waiting for food to drop in. It's actually only very mildly acidic when you're not eating. When we just sat here now listening to me on this Facebook Live, your stomach isn't this big pool of acid. When you put the food in your mouth, it triggers certain digestive enzymes, will trigger a certain production of chemicals in your salivary glands, preparing the food into your throat, into your esophagus, so that by the time it hits your gut, your stomach knows how much hydrochloric acid is needed and how much corresponding sodium bicarbonate is needed. Because while the hydrochloric acid works to break down the food and kill the bacteria and everything else, your stomach then needs to alkalize that food. It's called chyme now, ready to pass into a duodenum. Okay, once it leaves the stomach and passes into the duodenum, it actually needs to be slightly alkaline. When we're eating too many acid-forming foods, that food isn't getting broken down properly. It's not getting prepared properly. Even as it then passes through the ileum and the jejunum, you don't need to remember all these words, and into your that next phase of your small intestine, this is where all the nutrient absorption happens. Okay, it's in your small intestine that you extract all the goodness from these amazing foods that Mother Nature has given us. Give me a big, or not me, give a big thumbs up and a big heart for the amazing power of Mother Nature to provide us with this bounty and these wonderful foods. But if it's coming too acid, it hasn't got properly prepared for the small intestine, that's where you're going to get clogged. Now, again, not too sciencey, in your small intestine, you've got thousands, millions of these finger-like protrusions, okay? They're called microvilli. They line the wall of your small intestine. Now, you might have heard people saying, oh, your small intestine, it's got the surface area of 40 football pitches or soccer pitches, I would say. This is because of the microvilli, okay? When you've got this undigested, not properly prepared food that's too acidic for the small intestine, it gets stuck and it clogs and it knocks down these microvilli and it impacts them and clogs them up. So they're no longer poking through. The surface area of your small intestine now isn't the size of 40 soccer pitches. It's reduced dramatically. And when you're not extracting the nutrients from your food, you can imagine how much of an impact this is going to have on your energy. Okay, you need to start clearing this and cleansing it out. This is one of the reasons why the Alkaline Reset Cleanse is so powerful, because people go through the reset and it clears all of this out so that when they're then in their normal life, back in their normal life, afterwards, just from the same amount of goodness that you're eating, you're now getting 10, 20 times more nutrient absorption from that same food. You need to clear it out. Again, we'll get onto the steps into just a second. This is just the digestive system, by the way. This hasn't got into any of the other systems we talk about. I talk about the 5 master systems of the digestive system, the immune system, the detoxification system of your liver and your kidneys, your endocrine system of all of your glands and organs that regulate all of your hormones, and of course, your pH buffering system. They all intertwine and they all connect with each other and they all influence each other in a good way or in a negative way. And you can see already here, just by stuffing around with your pH balancing system, you've had that knock-on effect to your digestive system. And in this state, when that small intestine is impacted and food's getting stuck, things like fruits full of fructose or food, worse, processed foods full of high fructose corn syrup, are there fermenting and bubbling away. You can see how Candida can rapidly proliferate and get stuck and cause such fatigue. That's just the digestive system. Another quick example, your endocrine system. So when you're eating so many acid-forming foods and your body has to work so hard to regulate your pH back up, it always will. Okay, people often say, don't worry about eating alkaline because your body's got these mechanisms to buffer your pH and your body will always, you can't change pH. That's the whole point. You can't change your pH, but your body will work like crazy to do it, because if your pH drops of your blood below 7.365, you literally die. So your body will drop everything to regulate your pH back up, but it doesn't regulate it back up to a level where you're thriving. It's so stressful to your body. You've seen the impact on the digestive system. It will pull calcium from your bones. It will pull magnesium from your muscles. It will stress your kidneys, it will stress your liver to bring this pH back up, and it brings it up to a level that is the least possible amount of stress so that you don't die. Okay, that isn't an area where you're thriving. Okay, that doesn't sound great, does it? That sounds like you're basically staying alive, which sadly is a state that so many people live in so much of the time. They're walking around in a state where their body is keeping them alive and it's moving them, but that's not thriving. That's not where we want to be, okay? So when it does this, it puts you in a state that the research community calls diet-induced acidosis, when you have got what they call a net dietary acid load. Okay, this is all out there in the scientific literature. I cover all of it. If you're the sort of person that loves the references and loves the literature, you're going to love the book, that's for sure. When you're in this state of diet-induced acidosis, you're basically sitting in a level just below where is optimal. Your pH is slightly alkaline, but it's not right, okay? It's not where you want to be. What this does is it puts your body into fight or flight mode, and it endlessly is just pumping out cortisol day after day, minute after minute, second after second. You are living in a state of chronically elevated cortisol as a result of this diet-induced acidosis. Which of your organs, pop quiz, is producing cortisol? It's your adrenals. Now, what is one of the most common symptoms of stressed out adrenals? Is adrenal fatigue. And adrenal fatigue is not just leading to you feeling fatigued physically, it's leading to mental fatigue. It's leading to weight gain and weight retention. Remember, you're in that fight or flight mode again constantly. It's leading to that area where your body isn't able to properly process or metabolize fats. The knock-on effects of adrenal fatigue is quite often stressed out thyroid, hyperthyroidism. Hashimoto's can emerge from this as well. Someone who's just posted a clean chronic fatigue syndrome is complicated. It absolutely is complicated, but where it's coming from is a situation in your body of imbalance. Okay, when you move your body back into balance, your body can heal, your body can regenerate, your body knows what to do to get you back into a situation where you're thriving. And what we need to do is to provide the body with the tools it needs so it can do this effortlessly. I don't care what the manifestation is of the sickness or the disease or the illness, or just even the inconvenience of something like a bit of reflux or a skin condition. When you bring your body back into balance, your body knows how to heal. Okay, your body is amazing. It knows what to do. And that's what we're trying to do. We're giving the body those tools. Now, there's 3 areas I want to run you through that do specifically target a lot of fatigue-based issues, okay? It literally does focus on the digestive system, rebalancing your pH, your endocrine system. There's a whole, as Colleen has alluded to, there is a whole gamut of reasons why fatigue could be manifesting in your body right now. Things, you know, fibromyalgia and these, a lot of digestive-based complaints that can lead to fatigue. There are many, okay? Everybody is unique. One size really does fit one. And that's why we go to the top table here and address the imbalance that's running through your body, because when your body is back in balance, it can heal no matter what your unique situation is. And this is particularly pertinent for weight loss as well. You know, so many people get so bogged down in the calories in versus calories out thing, but it ignores the complexity of the reason that's sitting behind that people can gain and retain weight. You know, if your weight loss hormones, your leptin and your ghrelin and your adiponectin to a degree as well are out of balance, you're not going to sustainably lose weight by counting calories. You need to address that hormonal imbalance, that word imbalance again. You know, if your leptin and your ghrelin are flipped so that literally your brain is constantly telling you you're hungry and it's never telling you you're full, what have calories got to do with this? It's similar with fatigue. The reason behind it can be many different things, but by focusing on balance and addressing these simple areas, you can really make an impact in your energy so quickly. And the very first one I want to take you through is healthy fats, okay? Coconut oil in particular. First off, fat should not be feared. Do not fear fat. Fat is your friend. You will not gain weight by consuming healthy fats. And by healthy fats, we're talking coconut oil, saturated fats from coconut oil. We're talking omega-3s from leafy greens and nuts and seeds and chia and oily fish and those types of things. Okay, the coconut oil is particularly important because, firstly, the caprylic acid in coconut oil has been literally scientifically proven to kill many, many, many strains of candida, many strains of bad bacteria that is in your digestive system right now, but particularly the candida, and it's particularly strong for candida albicans. There's many studies out there that have shown it to be more effective than over-the-counter drugs for killing candida. If you start getting just a little bit of coconut oil in each day, a teaspoon to begin with, ideally around a tablespoon. I do have a dessert spoon in America. I often say a dessert spoon and I get these confused kind of reactions back, but it's kind of between a teaspoon and a tablespoon, but somewhere between a teaspoon and a tablespoon each day. If you can start to do this, you know, adding it to your morning smoothies, adding it to your morning oats, cooking with it. It's the only healthy, safe fat to cook with. If you add it to your soups, if you add it to your stews, your curries, your pastas, these types of things, it won't make everything all coconutty. It'll be fine, but it's an easy way to start getting it in. And when you do this and you get that candida under control, you'll see your energy take a jump. Your body so much prefers to use fat for fuel instead of glucose and sugars. It much prefers to. It's a sustained, wonderful, calm, sustained level of fuel that it can use all day, every day. The situation when we get into imbalance, when our diet has become too dependent on sugar, particularly in grains as well, gluten-containing grains, is when you're spiking your blood sugars constantly. And this is why you can't look to sugary foods for energy, because when you're spiking your blood sugars constantly, your body has to produce, your pancreas has to produce tons of insulin to keep cleaning up and regulating, managing that blood sugar. And the more you stress your pancreas, the less effective it gets at producing insulin. So it becomes a vicious cycle. But then your pancreas is one of your primary organs that helps your body to metabolize fat for fuel. Along with your liver, your pancreas and your liver are very, very important for your metabolism, particularly metabolizing fat for fuel. So again, it's returning that balance. And these healthy oils will return your balance very quickly. They're not only providing you with an amazing source of energy. You know, you see these people, the whole ketogenic thing is a whole other Facebook Live for another day. Maybe the next one I'll talk about the alkaline diet and the ketogenic diet and all of that. But you see they're talking about energy and how energized and alert they are. It's because they're increasing the level of healthy fats in their diet whilst cutting out the crap, of course. And I think someone says, stop eating crap and eat fresh veg, fruit and fish. That's exactly it. But it's how, and it's the implementation. And do you know what? Just eating a little bit, that's not going to be enough for most people to turn this into a lifestyle. You need to have the plan and the motivation and all the other pieces in place. So adding in these healthy fats will not only remove the candida, but it will also add in a wonderful source of energy for your body as well. Step number 2 is to add in wonderful turmeric and ginger each day. Inflammation is such the disturbing effect in these systems, in your digestive system, in your endocrine system. You know, when we're talking about helping the adrenals to come back to a beautiful, steady, calm state, the fats are really important, but also getting the inflammation out is really important. You're getting the inflammation out with the healthy fats, but the turmeric is so, so important. Ginger as well. Turmeric is really the star. Ginger is the supporting active. You can start to get these in each day. And it's a funny one because they're not normally something that we would look to include each day if we weren't focusing on it. But by just giving it a little bit of focus, a delicious turmeric and ginger tea first thing in the morning is such a great way to start the day. You can even get your healthy fats into that as well. But the easiest way, you just bring I don't know it in fluid ounces, just a couple of cups of water to a simmer, grate in some ginger, grate in some turmeric, squeeze in some lemon, simmer it for a few minutes and drink that each morning. You'll find that inflammation is rapidly coming away from the body. Another way you can make it with coconut milk or on almond milk, get some coconut oil in there as well, simmer that, whiz it up in your blender so it's all smooth. You've got the turmeric and the ginger still in there, all blended up. We drink that, works really well. Some other easy tips, just grating some turmeric into your salads or your stir fries works really well. Including turmeric in soups is brilliant. It makes the soups get really lovely, deep flavor, but getting the inflammation out is so important. Inflammation isn't something that is at step 1. It's kind of the thing that's a result of the foods or the lifestyle choices that then creates the vicious cycle, you know. Look back to the sugar and the gluten example for when that elevates your blood sugar, it elevates your insulin levels, and it creates inflammation. When you create inflammation in the body, your body will generate visceral fat cells because the fight or flight response is telling your body to hold on to fat and get ready for the famine. The more visceral fat cells that you have, these then create their own inflammation, and the whole thing snowballs. By getting turmeric and ginger each day, you're stopping this at its tracks, and it will start to increase your energy, decrease your fatigue, and restore that balance back to the body. The last one that I want to mention to you is the easiest and the simplest, and this is the one that is potentially going to have the biggest impact quickest, and that's hydration. Who here? Give me a yes if you, all right, how can I put this? Yeah, give me a yes because that's positive. If you feel like you could drink a little bit more water each day. Give me a yes if you feel that you're maybe, you know, not quite doing as well as you could be with your hydration. And on that, I'm actually going to have a little sip of water as well. Talking this fast at 6 a.m, it makes you need a little bit of water. Because I tell you what, most people are walking around with health symptoms like fatigue, like digestive imbalance and IBS and reflux, things like skin conditions and so much more. They're walking around with these complaints, yet they're chronically dehydrated. Okay, when people come to me and join my programs, buy the book, join the Alkaline Reset Cleanse program, join my membership, whatever it is, when people come into my world, I often survey them, I talk to them, we get to the root cause, what are their goals, what is their lifestyle like, what are they eating? It's so exciting for me when I ask people, how much water are you drinking? And they're like, oh, well, you know what, Ross, that's one area that I do need to improve. I don't really drink a lot of water. And it's like, celebration time, yeah, you know, this is amazing. They're like, why are you celebrating me being dehydrated? It's like, because I know your life is about to change. When you start getting properly hydrated, your life will change. And proper hydration, to the goal where you need to be, is about 100 to 120 fluid ounces day in, day out. I do know that one in fluid ounces. You want to be getting 3 to 4 liters of water every single day. I know it sounds like a lot if you're not used to drinking a lot of water, but you don't have to start. You don't have to go from 0 to 100 in day one. You can build up to it slowly. You can work towards it. You can start adding things in. The biggest problems that people have when it comes to hydration, number one, is they forget. And I've been there as well. You go, I'm going to drink loads of water today. You get to bedtime, you go, I drank no water today. And you can't just go downing 100 fluid ounces of water just before you go to bed, because that won't work too well. So you have to start adding it in through the day. And the easiest way to connect with your body and connect your goal with your body, your subconscious, your conscious, and make it all come together is to use habits. And I'm not talking like, just make water a habit. You will make water a habit by linking it to existing habits, okay? Remember this one. This one's a really good one. It's really important. Note this one down. When you link a habit that you want to create to a habit that already exists, magic happens. It just happens on autopilot. You don't forget. Okay, so think to yourself, maybe make some notes. What are the things that you are doing every day? You're waking up, hopefully. You're cleaning your teeth. You're making breakfast. You're commuting to work. You're getting to your desk at work. You're having lunch. You're traveling home. You're making dinner. You're cleaning your teeth, and you're going to bed. That's 10 things. If at each one of those, you just drank a small glass of water, you would easily get to 100 fluid ounces in the day. You don't have to do all of them. You can have a slightly bigger glass of water. As soon as you wake up, have a lovely lemon water. Have your turmeric and ginger tea, you know, lemon. Who on here is a fan of Anthony William, medical medium? If you're a fan of him, you will already know how powerful and amazing lemon water is going to be for your body, for your liver, for your entire digestive system. You know, Anthony talks about lemon water and celery juice because they are so alkaline forming and they get your body off to such a great start. So waking up, get that big glass of lemon water in straight away. When you clean your teeth, after you've cleaned your teeth, have another glass of water. As soon as you get to work, have a glass of water. You can easily see how adding these in. Then just chuck in a couple of herbal teas during the day. You're there, you've done it, you've made it happen. And I promise you, even if you just go up to sort of 66, so 80 fluid ounces for the next couple of days, you will notice immediately a huge lift in your energy, because your liver, we haven't touched on today, we will touch on in the webinar tomorrow. Your liver is such a huge source of energy or fatigue. And when you're dehydrated, your liver is stressed. And when your liver is stressed, you will be fatigued, flat out 100% of the time. It won't. You cannot have abundant health with a stressed out, imbalanced liver. It just doesn't work. Okay. So remembering is the first challenge. The second challenge, people go, oh, I can't drink that much, I just get so bloated. Don't go from 0 to full immediately. Build up you will get used to this. The analogy that I use, it's really simple, and don't take offense, but imagine your body is like a dried up old sponge, okay? The type of sponge that you clean your kitchen with. A dried up old sponge, yeah? You put that under the tap, what happens? The water just bounces off it. Your sponge can't retain any of the moisture, it can't use it. But little by little, you slow the tap down and it trickles in, and little by little, the sponge starts to uncoil and it starts to absorb it. Its absorptive capacity increases. And now you've got this big full sponge that you can use, and you squeeze when you need to. Okay, this is like your body. To begin with, the water will just run through and it will leave you feeling bloated and weird, okay? But after time, your cells will begin to absorb it, your body will begin to use it, and it will begin to do its job in your digestive system and helping to flush out all of those toxins and leave you feeling amazing and radiant, and your skin will glow and your eyes will sparkle and you'll be feeling amazing just from hydrating properly, okay? You'll be getting so much more hydration from the nourishing foods you're going to start eating, of course, but you will also start to feel just so much more energized and clear and alert, and you won't get that mid-morning slump, that mid-afternoon slump. These things, these 3 simple things that we've talked about today will work in synergy. They will compound. The effects will be exponential from bringing them together, okay? The fats, the hydration, the turmeric, these things will work in synergy. You'll be feeling amazing. 48 hours from now, I assure you, you're going to be feeling awesome. And here's a challenge for you, actually. Here's what I'd love you to do. If you are going to come onto my webinar tomorrow, and the lovely Hay House people, I think it probably was Kathy. Thank you, Kathy, has posted a link to where you can sign up for the webinar tomorrow. It's absolutely free. I'd love you to sign up. I'd love you to put some of these steps in place now, today, and then come onto the webinar, and in the chat in the webinar, tell me the difference that it's made by just putting these 3 steps in place, okay? I'm just going to see now if there are any little questions that can come in that I can give an answer to. I think I've maybe covered some of this. So what I would like to do with the 2.5, I set myself, my last Facebook Live lasted a long time, and I set myself a half-an-hour limit, and I've got 2.5 minutes left. So what I would like to leave you with as one last advanced strategy, if you can, and I know that this one will land with you lovely Hay House people. Stress is probably more acid forming and imbalancing to your body than almost any food. And what stress will cause more of that adrenal fatigue. It has an impact on your digestive system. It certainly has an impact on your liver. I would love for you guys to start looking into practicing mindfulness each day. Use something like the Headspace app, something really, really simple, and see the impact that this has on your energy. I can tell you now, when you are even just 10 minutes of mindfulness each day will elevate your energy to a whole new level. It's not something that I'm going to enforce upon you, because I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I can tell you now, I never thought that I could meditate by jumping into Headspace or something like that. Calm, Oak, amazing apps out there, by de-stressing. These foods, these lovely nourishing whole foods from Mother Nature will also help you to de-stress. But if you can add that little bit of mindfulness in there on top of it as well, it will soothe your adrenals, it will soothe your thyroid, and it will bring back energy that is currently being spent dealing with the imbalance, guys. Just a little note. And that does lead me up to 29 minutes. So guys, I would love to see you all on the webinar tomorrow. There's a few people saying the link doesn't work. So hopefully Kathy or Hay House, whoever's on there, can jump into that. Guys, I would love for you, obviously, to see you on the webinar tomorrow. The book is out. If you are interested, you can go grab it. It's on Amazon. It's on the Hay House website. It's everywhere right now. It's very, very exciting. The webinar tomorrow is going to be awesome. We're going to go deep on this stuff. I would love to see you then. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the comments. And it's just been amazing to connect with so many of you from all over the world. Bonnie, they are also amazing suggestions as well. Tai Chi particularly. Guys, peace out. Have a wonderful day. I'll hope to see you on the webinar tomorrow. Until next time, have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Love you all. Bye now.